What's going on, fishy friends? Alright, let's do a quick Fishroom update. I am back at home now for a couple of days after coming back from the hospital with my new baby girl. Like I said the other day, some of my maintenance took a hit, and now it's unfortunately starting to show its effects. I commented about the German blue ram that was in this tank. That was the biggest, nicest ram I've kept to date, and I think it was about a week ago I had commented how he seemed a little lethargic and was kind of hanging out at the bottom of the tank. Well, he ended up dying the next day. Since then, I saw two discus, two of my young juvies that looked a little funky, and they kicked the bucket too. I don't know. I've done my... I've put off maintenance for a couple of days and didn't get to as much as I had hoped while I was away at the hospital. But the tanks still test out fine. You know, no ammonia, no nitrate. The nitrate is within a reasonable level, so I'm not sure what to make of this. Not thrilled, to say the least. Out of those 10 rams, it looks like I've lost one of them. That's not too surprising, just because rams are so sensitive. A transfer from the breeder's house to my house. You know, they're still getting used to their surroundings and getting used to the parameters in my tank. So, losing one of them isn't all too shocking. It still sucks, though. Other than that, everybody else seems to be doing good. Look at all that algae. Oh my goodness. I gotta get this some serious cleaning down here. There's the male bushy nose, the red bristle nose there. I'm not sure where the female is. Put in a couple of these PVC tubes. I don't know if they'll take to them like caves. They really do deserve their own pleco cave. They're made for a reason, and plecos like to burrow themselves into a tight space, so to say. So, I'm less than thrilled to have to give this update with a bunch of fish that ended up dying on me recently. But now it's time to get back to work and bring these tanks back to their proper, good-looking states. Alright guys, so a little later that same night, and here I am during my water changes. I just thought I would take a quick run through the fish room while that's happening. If anybody's interested, maybe I can go in more depth in how I do this one day, but I use a couple of different, we'll call them Python adapters. These are technically waterbed fillers. I got two different spigots, I guess, in my utility tub down here. I use both of them, as well as a little pump that I run inline sometimes next to an old dirty shoe. So right now, let's see, the pump goes into the green hose right now, which is draining my 72 bow front. The clear hose is draining the 55 discus tank. And connected to the faucet there. So, here's what we got on all the tanks as far as what's getting water changes tonight. Quite a difference from a little while ago. I give the glass a good scrubbing and doing a good, a little less than a 50% water change in this right now. This tank got a good scrubbing. I missed that back wall back there. There's some freeze-dried bloodworms there. My discus are basically leaning over. Not sure why that cut out. And down here on these discus, this is probably a good 80% water change, I'd say, in this tank. I often do large water changes. This is a little more intensive than usual as far as the number of tanks that are getting water changes right now. I usually try to spread this out more, but since I'm behind, I'm trying to get it all done tonight. I actually skipped the 10-gallon tanks. I probably should have done them as well. That's how much evaporation has occurred since my last round of maintenance on this tank. So it's been about 2 weeks actually on this tank, so it's about time to be doing something. That tank will address it another time. I've let that one go to hell after all those fish died out of there. Alright, so that's it, guys. Back to where I can go back to my normal routine now, at least.